20 minutes early. I can meet it, but I'll do my best. So we're calling official meeting, the March 25th, 2026 meeting of the Mental Health System Board of Trustees to order. We do have a quorum. And as always, I'd like to remind everyone we are being recorded and streaming via YouTube. I'd like to have a motion to approve the minutes of the February 25th meeting.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you. All right, before we move on to our mission moment, I just want to take a brief second just to let everyone be aware next month at our April board meeting, which has been changed to the 29th from 3 to 5, we will be inviting the members of the Mental Health Federally Qualified Centers Lookalike Board to join us. I think it's important that we interact with them a little bit, let them see us in action, we see them, and they're an important part of our organization. And I think it'll be a good starting point to think so. It will be here next month. And, Kate, I'm sure where you're
right here.
Right there. So, he's everybody's boss there, so including mine. So I look forward to that, attending this meeting. So, all right, Dr. Alexander, I believe we have a mission moment.
That we do. So when you think about Metro Health trauma team, I'm sure you think about a whole lot of amazing things, like the incredible work we do in the community around prevention, the incredible work we do pre-hospital with EMS, the incredible care patients get when they come to the ER, they go to the OR, they get admitted to the floor, and they get their follow-up with rehab. Today, we're going to give you a little different look at some amazing things that our trauma team does. And I think you'll be excited to see this side of them. So with that, the video.
Today we are here for a team building event called Threads of Hope. Dr. Kreiner, our trauma medical director, had a great idea a few months ago that what if we came together and we put together some blankets to make for our patients that were just in need of a little pick-me-up.
We were working overnight. One night and the emergency room was very busy, and I was checking on one of our patients who'd been in the emergency room waiting to be admitted, and no matter how many blankets she got, it seemed like I couldn't get her any warmer. And I thought, for our patients, could we give them, a little touch of home, a little bit extra warmth, and just kind of let them know we care, and what they're going through, matters to us as well.
So our group here today is actually very symbolic of the large team it takes to provide excellent care to a trauma patient. We have nurses here, we have physicians, we have physical and occupational and speech therapists, we have the social workers, we have the secretaries who work in the offices to help make you your appointments after your discharge. We actually even have a survivor who's here making blankets with us, and we have family members of our employees and our team members because they're just very invested in the cause. We have the whole complement of team here working together, and that's just very symbolic of what we feel like our patients deserve and what we've been providing for our patients for decades and will continue to provide.
Nice. You're right, I would never have thought of that. So
Our team thinks of everything.
Commendations to them. All right, I think we're ready now for our committee reports. We have audit and compliance human resources. So we'll start. Is Mr. Moss is on there. So John, if you'd like to start.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Audit and Compliance Committee met early this afternoon and received an update from Plant Moran, the system's external financial statements auditors, on the audit of the system's financial statements for the year December 31st, 2025. Plant Moran reported that audit procedures are substantially complete and the financial statements remain in draft form, pending committee approval, receipt of the signed management representation letter, and completion of required subsequent event procedures. Plant Moran advised that they expect to issue an unmodified or clean audit opinion on the system's 2025 financial statements and reported no disagreements with management, no significant audit difficulties, no significant audit or past adjustments, and no material weakness or significant deficiencies in the internal controls over financial reporting. As part of the single audit of federal awards, Plant Moran identified one material weakness related to FFATA reporting due to the absence of an adequate control to ensure applicable subawards. Reviewed for completeness and accuracy prior to submission. Management has been notified and will implement corrective actions. Following the audit presentation and discussion, the Audit and Compliance voted to recommend that the Board of Trustees accept the audit opinion for the system's annual financial statements for the year December 31st, 2025, as presented by Plant Moran. Next, Ms. Partington provided an update on the Ethics and Compliance Program, including a year-in review of key 2025 accomplishments, updates on policy reviews, trainings, and the Metro Health Ethics line, and a summary of final completion rates for 2025 compliance work plan and department goals. The committee then received an update from Ms. Barr on internal audit activities, including a review of the Institute of Internal Auditors standards related to board's oversight responsibilities, through the Audit and Compliance Committee of the Internal Audit Function, and overview of the department's 2026 goals, which align with the internal audit's 3-year strategic plan. Following executive session, the committee adopted by voice vote the 2026 Compliance Work Plan, 2026 Internal Audit Plan, and the Internal Audit Function 3-year strategic plan. That's, Mr. Chair, that's my report. Any questions?
Any questions, anyone? Thank you, John, for your report. And also, thank you for agreeing to step up and add the audit committee to your numerous responsibilities. Very much appreciated, and I will try to help as much as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Walker.
All right, now we're ready for the human resources and compensation, and we'll turn it over to Mr. Corlett.
Thank you, Dr. Walker. We heard from Ms. Southerington regarding proposed amendments to the Board of Trustees 06 Executive Compensation Board Policy and the HR Compensation Policy, as well as a review of the at-risk compensation plan document and proposed amendments. We then voted to go through executive session. We then returned from executive session to vote to recommend several resolutions to the full board. They included a resolution of appreciation of the system's accomplishments in 2025, a resolution for approval of amendments to Executive Compensation Policy Board of Trustees 06, and ratification of the 2026 at-risk compensation plan, a resolution also for approval of 2026 system performance goals, and a resolution for approval of the 2026 ARC financial thresholds, or ARC financial thresholds, and they're part of our consent agenda today. At that point, our meeting adjourned.
Any questions? All right, now ready for our consent agenda. As mentioned by our last two chairmen, we have, I believe, 5 resolutions for approval. You can read them. They all both named them, but if you want to read them, they're in your packet. Could I have a motion to approve them?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? They carry. All right, this is actually the annual meeting of the Metro Health Board System. So there are some business items, and one of which is the election of presiding officers. So I will turn it over to the chair of our governance committee, Mike Summers.
Thank you, Dr. Walker. As Dr. Walker mentioned, this is our annual meeting. And as such, we consider one of our more solemn duties, the election from time to time of leadership as their terms expire. This year, the chair, Harry Walker's term has expired, and the secretary, John Corlett's term has expired. Both have agreed to continue on for another term of 3 years. Board members were given an opportunity to consider their interest or others' interest in assuming these responsibilities. It would appear that we're all very satisfied with the leadership of Dr. Walker and John, and we're very happy to support their continuation in their duties. Our third executive position is the vice chair, which is held by John Moss. John's term expires next year, and we did consider consolidating all 3, but thought it was in the best interest of stability to not have all 3 positions open at the same time. So next year at this meeting, we'll be considering the position of vice chair and John Moss, and I think you are eligible for another 3-year term, John. So think about it and rest up. And we'll now, it is an old political axiom that if you're going to be a candidate for election, that there's two ways you should go about considering your candidacy. One is to either run unopposed, or the two is to run scared. So we're happy that we have our two candidates who are unopposed. So I would then turn it back to you, Dr. Walker, to consider a resolution to get board approval for vote of the two chair and secretary positions as presented.
Thank you, Mike. And I can say for the record, I'm scared all the time. But we'll do the best we can. Are there any questions, comments on the slate? If not, could I have a resolution to approve?
Yeah, I think James.
Mr. Chairman, would you like for me to read the resolution?
Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. See, I'm already.
Whereas the Board of Trustees of the Metro Health System is required to elect a chairperson and such other officers as specified in its bylaws. And whereas the bylaws provide for elected officers to serve a term of 3 years. And whereas the Metro Health System Board has proposed that the following members of the Board of Trustees be elected officers of the board for a 3-year term. E. Harry Walker, chairperson, John Corlett, secretary. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the following members of the board have been elected by the Board of Trustees to the offices set forth beside their names for a term of 3 years. E. Harry Walker as chairperson, John Corlett as secretary. Mr. Chairman, you can take a vote.
Thank you. We now have a motion.
So moved.
Second, thank you. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you all. That means you and I are lamed up. All right, I think we're now ready for our President CEO report. Dr. Alexander, please.
Thank you. There's a full detailed report in your board book and on board. So I just want to highlight a few things. The first of which is the 50 year celebration of the Clement Center. Named after Dr. Kenneth Clement, the center opened up on 79th Street, was the home to many who practiced there, and really was the anchor in the community, the first of our community health centers, and we now have a very robust network of community health centers, but this was the first. And so this is kind of kicking off, really a year of celebrations of many things that we have planned, both to honor Dr. Clement, as well as recognize the importance of this particular community center in the growth, the history, really in the growth of our institution. So I wanted to take a moment in recognition of that.
Dr. Clement was an amazing person in Cleveland. I mean, he managed Carl Stokes' mayoral campaign, which, first Black mayor of a major city in the city of Cleveland. He was president of the National Medical Association. He also helped organize the picket of the Cleveland Clinic for not hiring Black physicians. So he was just a remarkable person. So.
Thank you for giving the additional detail. I wish I could say that I had met him or known him. He's such an incredible figure. But
didn't
he
meet
you as a child?
Yeah, maybe a child. I'm about to say, we'll hold it against him. He gave me a shot of penicillin for bronchitis. He was a great man. He did so many things. He inspired many, including myself. So all credit should go to him, and I'm glad to see him recognized. As I worked at the Clement Center, which was an amazing place for many years. Many of you came by and appreciated and came into our community and service. So it's a good model, and I'm glad to see. I think one of the great things about Metro Health is continuous commitment to the community is only growing. As I always like to remind people, Metro came in when everybody else was leaving. So when the clinic was running out of the city and trying to find as many suburbs as they could find, Metro came in and been committed. So we should all be proud of that.
In other good news, we started our meeting today talking about our trauma program. And just to let you know some of the important work that happens outside of the hospital, we do training, again, in injury prevention. And one of the trainings that we do is something called Stop the Bleed, where we teach the community really what to do in the event of having someone experiencing a significant bleed. Well, a young man recently took that training, which was a collaboration that was put together by Maisha Watkins, who's from the Violent Prevention Cuyahoga County Office of Violence Prevention, Yvonne Conwell, who's our county council person, and Stephanie House Jones, also a Cleveland councilwoman. This training really did save a few lives. Giles Foster, that I happen to have known as a child, he went to school with my son, received this training, and shortly thereafter came across a patient who was shot and was actually able to save a life by knowing how to stop the bleed. So when you think about, you think about trauma, you think about what happens in the hospital, there is so much more. So, lots of pride for Giles that he took the training and was able to actually perform the duties in the community and have a significant positive outcome. The rest of the details that are in the letter are about the Hall of Honor, which I suspect our med staff officers are going to speak to, and I'll leave the rest for your reading enjoyment.
Any comments or questions for Dr. Alexander? Thank you, Doc. All right, Dr. Talavera, welcome. See you. I think he's here to provide an update on the medical staff report. So.
Thank you, Dr. Walker. A couple things on our list. Dr. Alexander noted we had our Hall of Honor induction ceremony on March 15th. We celebrated several honorees. There were over 175 attendees that were downtown. We inducted Dr. Louis Carnosh, Dr. Jim Campbell, Dr. Brian Mercer, Dr. Hunter Peckham, Dr. John Moore, Dr. Robert Blinker, and William Andrews. The medical staff is currently doing an AMA biopsy survey, which is measuring burnout amongst medical staff. That concludes this week, and I will be able to share the results of that likely this summer, so I'll bring that back to the board. I'd like to acknowledge Dr. Charles Emmerman, who's the chairperson of the Department of Emergency Medicine. He was appointed director to the American Board of Preventative Medicine for Addiction Medicine for a 3-year term. And on Monday is March 30th. It is our Doctor's Day celebration in our Medical Staff Wellness Resource Center. So we have an open house up there from 10 to 2. If you're around, you're more than welcome to come by, but we'll be celebrating Doctor's Day. And before I conclude my report, Dr. Joseph,
No, you did a great job. And the only thing I want to add is that this is probably going to be my last board meeting. I'm going to hand it off to the able hands of Dr. Tagliaferro to take over. So we were just kind of working together for the last few months. I'll still be in the background as the immediate class president, and there'll be an election for a president-elect probably next month. We'll send that out. And so Joe will be able to fill you in on those results. But I just wanted to take the time to thank everyone for being able to participate in this forum. And thank you. It's been a great experience.
Thank you, Dr. Joseph. I enjoyed having you here, interacting with you, and now there's more off your plate. I'm sure Dr. Alexander can find more for you to do. You have some free moments.
Always.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Joseph. You will be missed severely by me. This concludes my report on the medical staff for March. I will ask for a motion to approve the minutes from Credentials Committee from February 24th and our MEC meeting on Friday, March 13th.
Moved.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you, Dr. All right, now we're ready to move into executive session and discuss hospital trade secrets as defined by ORC 1333.61 and to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee, or the investigation of charges or complaints against a public official, and to conference with the public body's attorney to discuss disputes involving the public body that are subject of pending or imminent court action as defined by ORC 121.22G. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Moved and seconded. Thank you. We will now do a roll call. Mr. Arnold?
Yes.
Mr. Collette?
Yes.
Mr. D?
Yes.
Ms. Garcia? Ms. Mendez?
Yes.
Mr. Moss?
Yes.
Mr. Summers?
Yes.
All right, Dr. Walker, say yes. We'll ask the public to step out.
I only want to go back in public session.
Thank you, Ms. Rose. So thank you all for always very interesting, good meeting today, a lot of good discussion. Are there any other topics that we need to bring to the attention of the board? Hearing none, we are adjourned. Thank you.